Oh, I think we forgot something, haven't we? I think we forgot the old light. What colour should we have? Ah, bugger it. We'll go with blue. We'll go with blue. Bit more flattering. How are we all doing, everyone? Good to see you. Welcome back to the Matchday Tavern. We are live for Spain versus Belgium. World Cup quarter-final. Whoa, it's hot. Goodness gracious me, it's hot in the UK where we are right now. I don't know where it is in the world, wherever you are, but hell, it's hot here. It's muggy, sticky, it's horrible hot. It's not like a nice hot. It's boiling hot. There's flies and insects everywhere. This is why England in summer is not pleasant. It's actually better to be in... to some extent, I prefer the bloody England in winter. Anyway, forget all that. Spain versus Belgium. Love it. Absolutely fantastic. We have got this one. 7 minutes to kick off. We'll go through the lineups very, very shortly. It's because you're hot stuff, Key. Tell me about it. Bloody hell, I'm pissing. Absolutely pissing sweat. It's shocking. Humidity is horrible here. It's absolutely sickening, isn't it? How's it going, everyone in the chat? Lovely to see you all. Aftab, Ian, come on, Belgium, show Yamal how it's done. Jelly, how it's going? Good to see you. Spain still yet to concede a goal. That's very true. Got a misting fan and put on tropical music and have a can of lilt, maybe something like that. David Stewart, well done to 3-star Reds. Thinking about the tragic fires in Spain. Thoughts and prayers to those in Spain affected by the terrible fire over there. Do you know what? I honestly haven't even heard about that. Yeah, I mean, I know Spain has been affected by wildfires over the last few, well, it's been for a long time, really, but it does feel like it's more pronounced in the last few years. Maybe there's just more coverage of it, but yeah, absolutely. Terrible tragedy. 12 people have lost their lives. Bloody hell. Be terrifying, that. Honestly, it's mad. I mean, it happens a lot in Australia as well. We've got family over there, and yeah, really scary how quickly it spreads. Right, hang on a second, because what are we, 5 minutes to kick off? Let me just get the old TikTok going. Stay to me. Spain versus Belgium. Okay. Right, let me get the fan on. 26 pissing degrees in here. But I am nice and refreshed, awake, alive. I've had a good night. Oh, that needs moving. That definitely needs moving. There you go. They can go there. That's a bit better. Right. Onana out due to a knee injury. Hurts Belgium's chances. It absolutely does. What are we missing? Mercury, I hope both teams lose. Well, you don't feel that strongly, do you? Surely. Right, let's go through the lineups. Lineups are on screen just over here. We've got Thibaut Courtois in goal, Timothy Castagne. Nathan Ngoy comes back in after his sending off. Brandon Mechelen and Maxim de Kuiper complete the back line for Belgium. Midfield, unsurprisingly, they've gone with... oh, hang on a minute. No Tielemans. That is a big surprise, actually. Hans van Aken, Raskin, Kevin De Bruyne. in the midfield three, and then it's Trossard, Doku, and a Ketelara. That is a surprise. I really thought we would maybe see Tielemans starting there. Tielemans had a great game against Senegal, but alas, no. Tielemans, where is he? Where is he? He's not even on the bench. What? He's not on the bench. Is there a sickness bug? Is there something I've not heard about here? Blimey. And then you got Spain, Unai Simon in goal, Pedro Porro, Pau Kabasi, Aymeric Laporte, Marc Cucurella, Rodri, Fabian Ruiz, Dani Olmo, and then it's that same front three again, Lamine Yamal, Alex Baena, and Mikel Oyarzabal. Where is Tielemans? That's so annoying. Must have a knock. DZ Solid, what's your prediction? I have gone with Spain to qualify, each goalkeeper to make 2+ saves. I've stayed away from cards. Spain to qualify, however they do it, whether it's extra time, penalties, 90 minutes, doesn't matter. Spain to qualify, 2 saves for Courtois, 2 saves for Unai Simon. That's mine, and it's over 2-1 just for that. No Pedri, no Tielemans. He's picked up an injury. All right. That is a blow then, isn't it? Injured in the warm-up, it just said. Ryan, I see Lukaku scoring here. Well, he's not starting. Again, they've gone with the Ketelara. No surprise after his flurry of goals recently. Scouser, good evening, Key and the Tavern. Lots of love, mate. How's it going? Adam, evening, Key. How's it going, Adam? That does look like a great stadium for a World Cup, in fairness, doesn't it? I don't think Belgium will win. Spain look unconvincing. And Jelly, Ederson's not a player that lights up my enthusiasm. Well, I mean, listen, Ederson being called off now, that does just throw the cat amongst the pigeons again for Man United. I wonder who they're going to go for now. If they are going to go for another centre mid, you would imagine they will do. Who will it be? Or is Andre Santos that centre mid? Maybe it's that. Maybe they've already got him. Belgium look weak at the back for me. I mean, you look at, yeah, I do like Ngoy. I think Ngoy, I know he got sent off against Iran, but I think he's a really, really talented player. Obviously, you've got Castagna, bit of Premier League experience with Fulham. Mekel is getting on a bit now. He's been at Bruges basically his entire career. He's not what you want there. And De Kuyper, listen, De Kuyper again, he's still relatively young. He's only just kind of come to the Premier League, but you know, yeah, they are short on experience, but Ngoy he's got pace, he's got strength. He can dominate at the back there for the Belgians. It's just about experience. Lovely ball down the touchline, Spain. Oh, near post, and it's gone out. Kone from Borussia Mönchengladbach is Man United's key target. They can have him. He's about 19 injuries in the past 6 months, him. He's forever injured. They had 3 top centre-backs all retire over a few years. Yeah. What's that? Alderweireld, Vertonghen, company. Adam, Spain 3-0. Yamal and Oyarzabal brace. Let's see. Adam, Onana injured. He's out every other week at Villa. Made of glass. Hey, yeah, and Adeyemi to Barcelona. 27 million quid. That is a bargain, I've got to say. Timer still not started. Oh, it has. It has started, Shell. It's on. It's good. I think Key should have Kenny Loggins, the heat is on in the background. On the street. Man United can keep their mitts off our Nico. He's not for sale. Can anyone think of any centre mids that Man United might target that might be Oh, I know Kone's like the obvious one that people are saying, but is he? Maybe Kefren Turan? Belgium, Spain, pull back. Oh, it's going to go out for a corner, is it? No. Offside. How's it going, Shell? Jellyfish says Baleba and Wharton. Baleba, Wharton and Scott also on the You're not going to get Scott. You're not going to get Scott, and Adam Wharton doesn't make any sense. Oh, God, I've just bit my tongue. Adam Wharton doesn't make any sense at all when you've got Kobbie Mainoo. So, yeah, you're not going to sign Wharton. Alex Scott, maybe. He'd cost an absolute fortune, though. What do you make of Edison being called off? I mean, apparently it's a medical issue, but it looks to me like maybe Man United have just tried to back out of that deal and they're looking for reasons to get rid of it. Cheers for the hearts. Thank you very much. How's it going, Ryan? Maybe that's why United did all this underwhelming medicine to make their Baleba move feel like a big sign. See, if they can't get Baleba, oh, I'll be delighted. I think that's an absolute accident waiting to happen. Wharton and Mainoo can't play together, Jelly. They're the same player, basically. I would personally prefer Wharton to Mainoo, but I can understand United aren't going to swap one for another. So, Wharton's a carrot-like player. No. Wharton and Mainoo are very, very similar in how they play. That's why Wharton's not really gone to the World Cup. It was Mainoo or Wharton, wasn't it? I'm not sure what United are even trying to do with this midfield rebuild. Wharton and Mainoo would have to be in a 3. That's what I mean. You could have them in a 3. Maybe, but they're not really in a 3. The backers are 2, aren't they? And then Fernandez is the one in front. If you had Mainoo and Wharton sat alongside each other, and the only way Wharton joins Man United is if he's starting games every week. He's not going to United to sit on the bench. He would want some reassurances that he's the starter. There's no manager on God's green earth putting Mainoo and Wharton in a double pivot. It's madness. They'd get tore to shreds every week. Is the England game at 10? The England game is tomorrow at 10. Yes. It only works with a CDM behind them, and they don't play that. That's what I mean. You need someone who can do the footing stuff, the hard yards, the legs, and neither Mainoo or Wharton have got that, really, for United. Key Torquay, first game of the season's on the 8th of August. There's no other games other than that day than friendlies and the other National League games. Rumour United want Kone at Roma. Yeah, we was talking about that before. They'd want a different profile anyway. They'd want a very different profile to complement the ones they have. Andre Santos. He's not. I mean, he can be a CDM, but he can get forward as well. Mainoo's kind of your passer, controlling a game, same as Wharton. You need legs, you need energy, you need breaking the play up. It's what neither of them are, really. I'm sure they can do bits of it, but it's not. If you're trying to actually get United to compete at the top of the league, that's not the basis that they compete. England game could be delayed due to storms. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. Well, Spain knocking it around at the back so far. We're 7 minutes in. We're still yet to have a meaningful shot on target. Shell, all good, Mercury. Just back from the gym. Nice work, Shell. Good work doing a workout in this weather. It might only be delayed by an hour. I know, but to be fair, that hour, that means that if England... Is it defo delayed? Well, you're never going to know if it's delayed or not till tomorrow night, because obviously that's when the game is. So we might know tomorrow. They'll only tell you close to the game. So if it is going to be delayed, then delays of an hour, let's say, would mean that you wouldn't be able to do the Argentina-Switzerland game. Rumours that Mudryk is back in training. Chelsea getting Mudryk. It'll affect pubs. Oh, it'll certainly affect pubs. Yeah, for sure it'll affect pubs. What do you think about Richard Hughes leaving Liverpool, Key? I'm not really that... Yeah, it's fine. Richard Hughes, Michael Edwards both going makes sense. Michael Edwards came in to deal with the club buying a second club. That was the whole point of him joining again, was that he would help Liverpool secure a second club, and multi-club ownership was decided back in like January that we're not actually going to do it anymore. So as soon as it was decided that we were never going to go and acquire a second club, we looked at Getafe, we looked at Auxerre. As soon as it was decided that Liverpool weren't going to go and buy that second club, Michael Edwards was always going to leave. So it's not really that. It's not like any instability. Richard Hughes, again, not really a massive surprise to see him move on. Do you think England win tomorrow? I don't, mate. No, I think Norway beat us. Hey up, Billy. How's it going? That's a foul and a free kick, sir. Yep, free kick to Spain. Nick, my centre-back is about to win the World Cup with France. Yours is sat watching Wimbledon. I don't think that's any real achievement for Arsenal, mate, to be fair. And if it is an achievement for Arsenal, it's certainly not an achievement for you personally, Nick. Don't differentiate the two. You're not playing in a World Cup final, mate. Some guy who you don't know and doesn't know you is playing in a World Cup final. Dr. Faken, I can't see the game. I'm in work, but did I miss anything during Spain's 50,000 east-west uncontested passes at midfield in the first 10 minutes? No, not a thing, mate. Not a thing. Strike! Oh, unlucky. Belgium clear it away. Chelly says Xavi and Iniesta, same players but worked well together because they had their own characteristics. Yeah, they also had Busquets behind them, mate. I think that's the fly in your ointment there. One of the reasons that Xavi and Iniesta worked so wonderfully well is because they had Busquets behind them. I don't think Xavi and Iniesta would have been as fantastic without Busquets, for what it's worth. Billy, just got home from work. So glad it's Friday. Can't wait for us to batter Norway tomorrow. And 2010 Spain is on a different planet other than 2026 Spain. 2026 Spain is the insomnia cure. Darren says, with the convo being on midfielders, Key, would you swap Liverpool's midfield with Spurs midfield now? No. No. Although, do you know what? Actually, yeah, I think I would. The only one that I'd absolutely be devastated about going is Gravenberch. That's the only one that I would be really, really gutted about leaving. I think I would, yeah. I'd quite like Tonali and Mateus Fernandes and Bergvall and Gallagher. Yeah, that's exactly what Liverpool need. For Andoni Areola as well. Yeah, I absolutely would swap Spurs. Spurs' entire midfield, if we get their entire midfield, like, we lose Curtis Jones and Endo and Bajcetic. Yeah, McAllister. Okay, McAllister goes. Yeah, absolutely, I can totally buy that. A little bit cagey in the match so far. It is, yeah, it is a little bit. Adam, have you heard the Ederson news? Yes. Yeah, we've already spoke about it, mate. What about Szoboszlai? What about him? Wirtz out. Nah, you're not classing Wirtz as a midfielder. Wirtz would be a... Yeah, well, if I have to... if I have to take Wirtz, then no. Because that would mean I would have to get Xavi Simons, who's broken. Is Tonali overrated? Why didn't anybody else come in for him? Because it was a very expensive deal. That's the only reason nobody... Other teams did come in and did look at him. I just think 100 million is a deal that not many people can do. Yeah, he's a lot of money. And I think other clubs looked at it and went, can we afford 100 million right now? We probably do want Tonali. I'm sure City would have loved him, and we certainly would at Liverpool, but I just don't think we want a £100 million player. Another £100 million player, and all the agent fees and the wages that come with that. Spurs can do it at the minute because they've got a lot of players they're trying to sell. They've done well recently. Financially, they can book it differently as well. Billy can't help thinking that this World Cup would have been Jota's first. RIP to a quality player and a terrific human being. Very sad. Yeah, very sad. So it's mad that it's been a year, hasn't it, as well? It's gone so quickly. Who's Liverpool's #1 transfer target this summer? We haven't really got one, mate. There's not really been a whole lot of news other than Jan Diamand. I still do think Liverpool will get Jan Diamand. The whole, like, he prefers PSG, I'm not sure I believe all that. I think it made a lot of sense at the time for PSG and maybe even RB Leipzig to release that sort of a bit of news, again, just to panic Liverpool. But I personally think that I still think he's coming to Liverpool, Jan Diamand. Finners Matty, you said the only midfielder you'd be devastated about leaving is Gravenberch, so I was asking, would you not care if Szoboszlai left? Did I stutter or stammer in any moment when I said what I said, Matty? Did I misspeak in any moment? I was asked, would you swap? And I said the only midfielder that I would miss is Gravenberch. And I'll repeat that again. The only midfielder that I would miss is Ryan Gravenberch. Darren, Liverpool want Minter, I heard, but Brighton want crazy money. I'd quite happily take Minter, but you're not... Again, 65, 70 million. I think you can look at that, but anything beyond that, no. Danny Olmo in the area, unlucky. Stefan, Elliot Anderson, 130 million. Was he worth it? He wasn't 130 million. He was 116 million. And yes, he absolutely was worth it. If you're looking at Rice and you're looking at Caicedo and you look at those two deals directly, Premier League club to Premier League club, one was 100 million, one was 110. Yes, Elliot Anderson absolutely is worth 116 million. Locke says, with the Ederson deal being called off, do you think Man U will go for Tchouaméni? They can't get him. Tchouaméni ain't going to United. And if he does, honestly, that would be one of the silliest signings United could make. Adam says, Szoboszlai is both a great player and somehow replaceable. I get what you mean. Oh, I think he's a shitbag. I think he's a shitbag. Don't like him. Don't like him. Full of himself. Keeps talking about Real Madrid. Get him gone. Absolutely fine with him gone. No problem. Mercury says, why does it feel that the reports of other teams' interest is to jack up transfer fees? Because that's what teams do. That's what teams do. Imagine, like I said this the other day, imagine a scenario, right, where Jan Diamant has been flirting with Liverpool for about 6 months. Every interview he's done, he said he loves Liverpool, he wants to go to Liverpool, he'd love to play in the Premier League, where's the favourite stadium you want to play? Anfield. Like, he said all this for 6 months. Do you not think it's a bit of a shock that all of a sudden we see an Ornstein bomber that says he prefers PSG and he wants to go there? It might be true, but it is a bit of it is a little bit at conflict with everything that he said over the previous 6 months. Imagine a world where Jan Diamant has said to RB Leipzig, I only want to go to Liverpool. And Liverpool have said, yeah, no problem, we'll buy him from you, but we'll only pay £90 million. And RB Leipzig are going, we want 120. Well, we're only prepared to pay 90 million. And then the Liverpool walk away. At that point, it become, if you're RB Leipzig, you would absolutely go to the media and say, listen, bit of a news flash for you, right? Jan Diamant, he only wants PSG. They're talking to us right now to get a deal going. Because if Liverpool then read that, Liverpool go, oh my God, there's another team in for him. We better go back to the table quick and offer him 100 million. This is how it works in football. They're trying to smoke out another bid. Locke says, link a player to a Champions League level team. The value artificially goes up, even if the deal is just speculation. Yeah. Danny Olmo, good football. Liverpool for the league next year, what are we saying? Absolutely not, no chance. No. Although, I will say that if we don't win the league, I immediately want Andoni Iraola sacked. Get him gone. Get him gone immediately. If Liverpool don't win the league, and don't win it by at least 10 points as well, by the way, I want him sacked. Billy, have you got a quiz for half-time, Key? I haven't, mate, no. I haven't. I'm slacking. I've been working a lot on a lot of other things in the last couple of days, namely trying to sort stuff out for the new season. So I've had loads of stuff going on, which you'll see in the next couple of weeks anyway. But I've been mega busy, and I've not had time. I've really not had time. But I can probably get one. I can pull one off on the fly. Always got quizzes. Service is key, you've no chance. What do you mean I've no chance? No chance of what? What, no chance of Iraola getting sacked? Well, I'm gonna be demanding it. I'm gonna be absolutely demanding he goes. If Liverpool don't win the league at an absolute canter, I am gonna say, he's going, get him gone. Get him sacked. Same way we treated Arne Slot. Get him gone. That's how we do things, isn't it? We're Liverpool, we deserve to win the league. Bollocks, get him gone. Get him gone. Joe says, Key, you can't fault Szoboszlai for wanting to go to Real Madrid. He just wants to kick on and challenge for the biggest honours. Hey, and do you know what? If he came to Liverpool and said, listen, I want to go to Real Madrid, I've no problem with it. Instead, what he's done is keeping putting little stories out every few weeks. I'd love to play for Real Madrid. And then turning in garbage performances last season where he looked like he couldn't give a toss. Yeah, honestly, wonderful player, but I wouldn't give a monkeys if he left. Apparently, Arsenal haven't even made contact with Newcastle over Bruno. Sounds like he's either pushing for the move or making Newcastle spend to bring players in. Nothing clear yet. No, Bruno wants to leave. There's no doubt about that. Newcastle have spent money. They've just spent it on players like 19 and 20-year-old. They're not players who are going to get Newcastle up in the top half of the league again. They're going to be players who keep them down where they are next season, but maybe the season after, they might be much better then. Who knows? It's going to take them a year or two for those players to really settle in and bed in. Yeah, came out and said he was worried about players leaving, which I think is fair, isn't it? Timbo, the halftime quiz is which Liverpool players does Key still like? That is a very short list. A very short list. Timbo, I'm starting to think he's an Everton fan. I'm absolutely not an Everton fan. I'm not an Everton fan. Oh, that's great play from Yamal. That's got to be a foul, ref. No. What do you mean by that? Sorry, what do I mean by what? What do I mean by what? I forgot. Which bit was you referring to? Yeah, he came out and said that players were leaving. But I can understand why. Joe says, I'm liking this new transfer strategy. We're not spending the big bucks on risks. I know, but all you're effectively doing, Joe, is queuing up the next Bruno Guimaraes, the next Tonali, the next Isak, right? Because you're not actually getting players that will help you win now. You're getting players who will grow and mature that you will sell when they get better than you are. That's the plan, surely. And it's not a bad plan. It's the Brighton, the Bournemouth plan in action. But have you got a manager that will help you outperform your resources? I don't think so. I don't think Newcastle have the wherewithal to compete at the top end of the table, put it that way. Shell, you're welcome, Key. Your granddad Tom would be proud. Nah, Tommy O. He'd be happy enough. American commercial break. Sponsored by Powerade. Munoz is a risk for Liverpool. Well, I know, but Liverpool taking risks on players like that is a much, much less of a gamble, because we sign a player for 35, 40 million at 21, 22, whatever he is. Chances are you sell him back at a loss within 2 years. If it doesn't settle, if he doesn't work out, you sell him at a loss, a slight loss. Let's say you buy him for 40, you sell him for 30 in a couple of years' time. It's a loss that you can absorb, but it's worth the risk for them. Whereas for Newcastle, Liverpool are already at that level. For Newcastle, it's not quite that way. Newcastle are trying to bridge a gap. I think Newcastle need players a little bit more now, a little bit more players now who can help them immediately. Timbo, do Key and Shell know each other in real life? No, not really. We are just kindred spirits, aren't we, Shell? Just kindred spirits. Purple warriors, right? Purple warriors. That's all it is. Locke says, buying low, selling high and making Champions League football is the dream for most clubs. I know, but I don't think that's as good as it gets for Newcastle. We talk. There was some fella the other day trying to argue to me and say that it's a closed shop at the top, and no teams. It's destroying the dreams of fans who aren't in the top six. And I was like, what are you on about? In the last 10 years, we've seen Palace, Villa, Spurs, and West Ham all win European trophies. You've seen Bournemouth, Sunderland, Brighton, Leicester. I mean, Leicester winning the Premier League, but Leicester winning the Champions League. You've seen loads at Newcastle in 2 domestic cup finals. Newcastle winning a cup final for the first time in 60-odd years. Like, in what world has it not helped people, get better? There's massive upward mobility in the Premier League. Drew James, I'm predicting Spurs top 4 and United lucky to make top 6. I agree with that. I think Spurs might surprise a few. And United might surprise a few for different reasons. Shahid, England match could be delayed tomorrow. Is that true, Key? Yes, apparently. Apparently it's true. I don't know. We won't know until about an hour before kickoff anyway. I've seen that comment on Instagram, Key. Absolute divvy, wasn't he? Jellyfish, Man United are going to challenge for the title next year, mark my words. 3rd last year above Liverpool. That's really not anything to be praised for or anything to be proud of. It's really not. Spurs will have high expectations, but I think they'll fall short of that. I know, but even if Spurs get like 7th or 8th, I think even that would be a successful season, wouldn't it? Can't really argue that would be a decent season for him. Joe, what did you think of Edwards leaving? It's not really a surprise. He came in to help us buy a second club, and we decided in January we weren't going to buy a second club, so that was it. He was never required after that. That was his whole purpose. The whole reason he came back was to help us with a multi-club model to start, to either buy Auxerre or Getafe. And we decided we weren't going to buy him in January, so it was always a bit of a ticking clock from that moment until he left. Fine with it. Spurs need to offload. Don't think anyone is buying from them. They have got a lot of players they need to move on. That's, yeah, for sure. They absolutely do need to move a fair few players on. With Charlison. Back to the Ev. What do we think, Shell? Why is it 28 minutes in and we've not had a shot on target for either team yet? I'm dying for a bloody 2 goalkeepers. 2 goalkeeper saves, not had a shot on target yet. This is sickening. If Carrick can get past Christmas with this summer so far, he'll be thanking Santa. And Timbo, Spurs fans are in a good position where they'll actually enjoy whatever happens next season because it can't get any worse. That's true. Yeah, that's true. I think you can if you're a Spurs fan, you can kind of look forward to this season with real optimism. Which teams can't look forward to this season with any degree of optimism? Newcastle, so far. I think Newcastle, if you said to Newcastle at the end of last season, you're going to lose Tonali, Gordon and Bruno, and you're going to replace him with a load of kids, how would you feel? Is that a rumour, Key? Richie? Yeah, apparently. Come on, Ricky Lane. Yeah, Richie apparently back to the Ev. Adam says Doku is frustrating. Final decision and distribution is lacking. I like him. I really like Doku. I agree, though, his final ball's not brilliant, but he causes mayhem. And he's exactly the sort of player that fullbacks don't like playing against. The league is loving what's happening at Newcastle. I know, listen, I quite like Newcastle. I quite like him. I really do. I've got respect for Newcastle. That's why I said I actually want him to get the Manzambi deal over the line. Yamal, chance! Oh, big save! Oh, it's 1-0, there you go! It's 1-0, and we've had a save, and it's there. It's Fabian Ruiz, Spain in front, 30 minutes on the clock, 1-0. Get in there! Good goal. Very Alan Partridge, that, wasn't it? What a goal! Just love watching Geordie Josh lose. Good football, that, wasn't it? Don't know why they checked for offside there. He's about 14 mile onside. Good save from Olmo, and it's a deflection in the end, actually, isn't it? Do you know what? I think Courtois might have saved the rebound. Oh, do you know what? It's not going to be an own goal, but it is basically an own goal. Mekele. Or is it Castagna? I think it's Castagna. Oh, what a shame. Own goal, probably. Swifty, who's going to be signing of the season? I don't think we've seen it yet. Signing of the season for the Premier League. Who are we saying? So far, which signing will make the biggest impact? Biggest impact. Which signing will make the biggest impact in the Premier League? I'm trying to think of players. I'm trying to think about who the players are who've signed in the Prem at the minute. Oh, we've got a bit of blood. There's blood here. Who caught him? Was it his teammate? Poor Cucurella. Have a bit of that. He's just absolutely smashed Castagna. And the blood's pissing out of his face there. Oliver Glasner. Yeah. Could be Oliver Glasner. So far, it's Matheus Fernandes at Spurs. Got a feeling that Bazumana Toure will kick on. And Locke says, Key, which Premier League team will fire their manager first? I said it last season. I did say it last season. But I'm going to stick with Moyes at Everton. I said Moyes would be gone by the end of the season. That was one of my early season predictions. Moyes will be gone by the end of the season. And by the end of the season, a load of Everton fans had started to change. There was a load of Everton fans who were like, yeah, get him gone. We don't want him. But it didn't quite happen. Newcastle will get rid of Howe before Moyes. Possibly, yeah, that's not a bad shout. Newcastle to get rid of Moyes. Newcastle to get rid of Howe. Everton to get rid of Moyes. United, I mean, Carrick is on Carrick's definitely on a ticking clock at United. Most of the United fans expect that. So I wouldn't be surprised if United don't start the season all that well. They've been gift wrapped the best start to the season, United, haven't they? If they don't win those opening like 4 or 5 games, yeah, I don't know. The pressure might start to build, you know. Darren says could get even worse for Newcastle. I can see them losing Lewis Hall too. Chelsea are looking at Lewis Hall, aren't they, again, to get him back. Stood up, headed away. Come on. Let's get another shot on target for Spain, and then Belgium can come out second half and dominate. Who's going down? Not a new signing, but I fancy Dorgu to do well. Yeah, Dorgu I think might, you know. It's where they play him. He's going to have to play left wing, isn't he? Carrick will hang on longer than he should just because of the history. Yeah, Carrick's... It's an interesting position Michael Carrick finds himself in. I just wonder whether or not Man United will back him fully in this window. I know they've gone and got Andre Santos. They've pulled out of the Ederson deal. They haven't quite gone for the big targets that everyone thought they might. You know, your Andersons, your Tonali's, your Mateus Fernandez's, Camavinga, Tchouaméni. You know, they've passed those options up, and they've gone for a more modest approach, which is probably to be expected given they've got the stadium and everything coming. They've got a big amount of costs to come with that. Spain free kick, edge of the box, Yamal over it. Dani Olmo's over it as well, I think. Yamal left-footed, good save, and that's the second save secured. Right, now I just need 2 Belgium saves. 2 Belgium saves, please. Or rather, 2 Unai Simon saves. And I'm boxed. Carrick was playing Dorgu right wing. No, wasn't it left wing? Didn't he play him further forward? He put him on the left, didn't he? He might have played him right. I just always remember seeing him on the left. That's where he scored against Arsenal, isn't it? Oh my God, Rev, what are you doing? The referee, Michael Oliver, has just ran completely in the way there of Dani Olmo. He's gone like, I'm sorry. Jesus Christ. Adam says, Key, ask people to stop spoilers, please. Stop spoilers in what sense? As in stop telling when there's a goal? The only thing I can say to you, mate, is if you're watching on here, best thing you can do is pause it to the second that you are up to. That's the only thing I'd say to you. Because you're not going to stop spoilers completely. I can ask them, but I can't promise you. The best thing I would say is pause it so I'm not completely on live and sync the clock up here to whatever your clock is on. Oh, what a run, Yamal. Good save. And again, claim for the handball. And I think it is. Drew James, man, you were still paying for players they bought 3 or 4 years ago. Debt. Very true. Very true. Belgium's best defender, referee Michael Oliver. He's watching on the stick. He might not be, to be fair. It might be on BBC iPlayer. Hey, there's Brad Pitt. City of North Hill, we are actually worse off now than when we ended. Casemiro's gone. 1 bench boy signed. Delict back broken. Ahmad cold as ice. Agate injured badly. Just remains to be seen with United what exactly the rest of their summer looks like. They're a curious case. I would say at this moment, I would feel if I was a United fan, and I'm saying this, I know you'll say, oh, you're a Liverpool fan, of course you'll say that. But I'm saying it with as much of my bias that I can put aside. I'm putting it aside. I'm not saying it to... I would be less confident as a United fan, having seen what I've seen, going into the new season. Obviously, there's still a long way of the summer to go. And by the way, before you throw it at me, I feel exactly the same about Liverpool. Yes, less confident. I absolutely do. So it's not like I'm throwing shade and people going, well, what about your club? I absolutely feel shame with mine as well. I feel exactly the same. Spain are dominating here. Belgium can't get out their own half. De Bruyne. Here's De Ketelaere, but he's so isolated. And is it going to go for a throw-in? No. Swifty, United don't want Agate. The injury has cost them a sale. I think United need less than Liverpool. I think United probably need less in terms of numbers. I would agree with that. United do need less in terms of numbers, but I think they need more in terms of quality. I think if you're comparing Man United's starting 11 to Liverpool's starting 11, we're a lot closer than they are. But they've got much better options off the bench than we have. So we need 6 or 7, some of which aren't intended to start. I think Man United need maybe 3, all of which need to start. So that's how I would look at it with United. United need 3 starters. We need probably 2 or 3 starters, but we also need 3 or 4 off the bench as well. Oh, what's going on with Mo Salah? Mo Salah now expected to assess and review offers ahead of the next step in his career. Saudi Pro League and MLS clubs keen on him. I'm telling you, if Mo Salah goes to Saudi or the MLS, I will be shocked. Like, absolutely gobsmacked. I don't believe for 1 second he's going to go to either of them. Strike, low down, side netting. ZQXV, Key, who do you think will replace Bruno? There's reports about Stiller and Nemetja. Would either of those 2 go to Newcastle? Playing for clubs who'll compete in Europe this season. And Stiller's wanted by a lot of top clubs. I'm not sure Newcastle would be able to get Stiller so easily. Certainly not Nemetja. I think Nemetja would be... Yeah, a starting centre mid for Germany. I don't think he's going to Newcastle in the nicest possible way. Belgium, lay it off. Strike, hit it. Someone hit it. 40 minutes on the clock. Belgium now pushing back forward. Good ball in. Couple of saves will do us. Come on. It's good football. It's very good football. Good ball in. De Ketelaere. It's 1-1. It's 1-1. Is he onside? I think he is. That's come out of absolutely nowhere. And Charles De Ketelaere, he's having a great World Cup. He's having an absolutely brilliant World Cup. Go on, lad. Great football from Belgium. Absolutely knocking it around Spain. Nice one-touch stuff. And it just shows how quickly these teams can turn it on. Fantastic play. Really good football. Castagna. Castagna's got blood. He's got cotton buds shoved up his nose and everything from when Cucurella smashed him. Is there an offside here, though? That's the only question. He's not offside when the ball goes out. It's whether De Ketelaere is off when it comes back in. Here. This is where it might be. He's offside. He's miles off there. It's here. Oh, I wonder. This cross in. I think De Ketelaere could be an outside chance. I think this is tight. Very tight, but it's a great goal. There might be a check. There might be a VAR check, folks. Can we get a check, please, sir? No. Game stands. Well, love it. Goal stands. Love it. Yes, Rasta. Good to see you. How you doing? Hope everyone's enjoying the match, no matter who you support. Come on, España. Charles De Ketelaere is the new Erling Haaland. Now we've got a game. Guilty Spark says, Key, how would you rank Vinny, Elise, and Yamal 1 to 3? Oh, that's tough. Vinny, Yamal, Elise, 1 to 3. In order of who I would want playing for my club, Lamine Yamal, number 1. Yeah. Elise is so close, though. It's them two. I like Vinny. I do like Vinny, but it's Lamine Yamal and Elise. It's so tight between them, but I think I would just edge Lamine Yamal. So I would go Yamal, then I would go Elise, then it would be Vinny a distant third, if I'm dead honest. And I like Vinny, but he would be... He's a mile away from them two. Jesus Christ, Welsh is coming and he's like a returning war hero. Welsh is here, yes! Here's Chris. Chris Tarrant's back in. Nemecha, I don't think he would pay the 80, never mind the 120 they want. That's true. It's a lot of money for Nemecha. Come on, 44 minutes on the clock. Locke says, how is Unai Simon than a Spain number 1 over David Raya? Because they've always done well with him in goal, and they haven't conceded a goal in the entire tournament, mate, up to now. Unai Simon has been wonderful for Spain, and I think he's a very, very good goalkeeper. It's a bit of a surprise why Arsenal fans are all so... I can't believe Unai Simon's ahead of David Raya. David Raya wouldn't have made any difference to Spain in this tournament. David Raya's too busy in Whoville. God love him. Guilty Spark, yeah, that's fair. I'd just edge Elise over Yamal personally. There really isn't a lot in it. I can understand that. Really not a lot in it. Key, do we have to refer to you as the host for the remaining of this stream? Oh, that was tight. That really was a tight offside. You can call me what you want, mate. Call me Ishmael. Welshwing, I have Fuji water. Is that the coconut one? ZQXV, I think Miley can really easily replace Bruno or Sandro. It's just getting another player. I think that's a bit of a romantic, thought. I like Lewis Miley. I think he's a good player, but he's not going to be immediately at the level that Tonali and Bruno were. So, again, it's one of them. It's going to take a bit of time, isn't it? It's going to be maybe Miley can kick on and become as good, maybe even better than Bruno or Tonali, but it's going to take him another couple of years. Belgium are the real dark horses. Do you think so? I think the fact that they've been able to turn it on so quickly in this tournament when they've needed to has been really, really impressive. And that has to be down to Rudi Garcia. I think one of the big winners of this tournament will actually be Rudi Garcia. I complimented him massively after the Senegal game because every single one of us were calling him blind and saying, what the hell is he doing? Why on earth is Rudi Garcia, at the moment that they're 2 goals down, taking off their best players, taking off De Bruyne, taking off Doku? It was a really, really ridiculous shout from him at the time, but it worked. It was absolutely the right call, and they've done really well. They've battered the US, and they've gone a goal down. They've taken the approach of containing Spain. Spain have dominated them for the first 40 minutes or whatever it is. And immediately, as soon as they go a goal down, bang, couple of changes. Players get further up the pitch. Bang, 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 little pass. De Ketelaere header, 1-1. First chance, first goal. Unbelievable. And that sort of efficiency comes just from tactics, basically. Your players on the pitch are important, but I think that the changes in game from Rudi Garcia, you've got to give massive credit to him. Strike, good block again. Swifty, they always rated Miley as a better prospect than Anderson. It is mad, isn't it, that Newcastle literally had a midfield of Tonali, Bruno and Elliot Anderson with Isak up front just a couple of years ago. Shell, plenty of fluids, Key. Where's your water? I've got this one, and I've got a can of water as well. Joe will be calling me a Tory again. R.I.P. Bonnie Tyler, by the way. R.I.P. Anne Widdicombe as well, by the way. Lots of people passing away. Very sad. I found my hero in Key. Every time I just hear Bonnie Tyler now, all I think of is Shrek. Either Shrek or Old School. When the guy's singing it. But mainly Shrek. I'd bring on Lukaku for Trossard though. Right-footed on the right wing isn't my thing. What's a Yazabal going down for? He's screaming here, Yazabal. Oh, it's his own man. What are you having a pop for? Oh, Yazabal and Olmo have just ran into each other. Yeah, she was Welsh, yeah. Yeah, very, very sad. In her own home. Incredibly sad. And very scary as well, I'll say that. I mean, just mad. Never ever understand some people. Clearly not very well. Rasta, please like, share and subscribe. Cheers, man. Thank you very much. Very kind of you. Oh, Joe, no, 3-star. He's not on about Anne Widdicombe. He's on about me. He's on about me because I have a can of water. He thinks because I have cans of water rather than bottles, he was calling me a Tory. So that was a poorly timed comment from Joe, but it wasn't actually anything to do with Anne Widdicombe. I don't believe. I know it wasn't. It wasn't. Okay, well, we had 5 minutes of added on time. Welsh, have you got a quiz? 20 seconds to half time. We're forever Everton says De Bruyne could have played for England. His mum is English. That's a very international way of approaching playing for England, isn't it? My mum's English. Yeah. So, therefore, I can play for England. It was quite refreshing, actually, to see Stan Collymore talking about this. I don't know if you saw. Stan Collymore made a big point about this. He basically agreed with me. Stan Collymore said, it's ridiculous that Ayoub Bouadi plays at this World Cup for Morocco, and 3 months ago he was captaining France's under-21s. Born in France, lives in France, plays in France. Plays for the under-16s, 17s, 18s, 19s, 20s and 21s for France. Captains them all the way through. Plays for Morocco at the World Cup a couple of months later. That's why I'm saying tedious, and that's ultimately what Stan Collymore seemed to agree with as well. Right, half-time quiz. Half-time quiz, courtesy of Welsh Wing. Let's top 25 Spanish assisters in the Prem. Table of time docs. I think Belgium will score 2 in the second half. Nice. Yeah, Joe. It was crossed wires, mate. It was crossed wires. Right. David Silva, Mata. Good shouts all. Fabregas is another one. Just waiting on David Silva's second. Okay. Top 25. Well, then you've got to have Probably Xavi Alonso would be in there. I would imagine. Long-term Spaniards you want. Long-term Spaniards in the Premier League. I don't know why I've immediately gone to like Chico Flores then. Alonso's 18th. What about Marcos Alonso? Mata is 3rd. Fabregas 1st. Yeah, that's no real surprise. Bernardo Silva's Portuguese. Santi Cazorla's a good shout. Pedro Porro and Pedro, maybe. Pedro Porro and Pedro. Both of those are good shouts. Torres, Rodri. Yeah. Morata, Zubamendi. Fernando Torres is 7th. Okay, again, I would never have said that. Fernando Torres 7th. Liverpool. I'm trying to think of Liverpool players we had. Spanish Liverpool players. Luis Garcia wasn't really in the Prem long enough, I guess. He might make the top 25, possibly. Cazorla is 6th. Where the pig in hell? Right, sorry. Ignore me. Luis Garcia's 25th. Get in there. Luis Garcia, 25th. How have I pulled that one out of somewhere? Come on, Key. Oh, I've not even got the right one. Azpilicueta is 5th. Would never have said that. Adama Traore, 8th. Again, I would never have got Adama Traore either. Ayoze Perez, 15th. Pablo Hernandez, maybe. Not a bad shout. Diego Costa. Reyes. Deulofeu. Reyes is 11th. That's a surprise. That's a real surprise that Antonio Reyes. Again, I didn't really feel like he was in there that long. Yeah. Surprising. Bellerin. Deulofeu. Bellerin's what? Bellerin's 12th. Deulofeu is 13th. What about Arteta? Deulofeu. Marcos Alonso, 20th. Have we had Arteta yet? Pablo Hernandez, 21st. Nice. Christ, I've missed a load, I think, here. Perez is 15th. Adama. Luis Garcia. Pedro is 16th. Porro, 14th. Pedro. And Porro. Okay. Monreal, 23rd. Jesus Christ. Where are people pulling these from? Monreal. Arteta's 4th. Took us long enough. Can't believe we've only just got Arteta. Costa is 19th. Diego Costa. Monreal, 23rd. Alberto Moreno. What about Ferran Torres? How long was he at City? That feels like he was only there a short time. But he was in a very good City side, so might have got a few assists. Meet you. Yeah. Ander Herrera's not a bad shout. Yeah, not a bad shout at all. Fran Garcia. What about Angel Rangel from Swansea? So far, we have, just to clear, we've got Luis Garcia 25th. We haven't got 24th. 23rd, Monreal. We haven't got 22nd. 21st, Pablo Hernandez. 20th, Marcos Alonso. 19th is Diego Costa. 18th is Xabi Alonso. 17th, we haven't got... Oh, Herrera is 17th. That was nicely timed. Pedro 16th, Ayoze Perez 15th, Pedro Porro 14th, 13th Deulofeu, 12th Bellerin, 11th Reyes, 10th and 9th we haven't got. Navas is 9th. Jesus Navas got more assists in the Premier League than Marcos Alonso. Jesus Christ, Marcos Alonso was in the Prem for ages. Took loads of free kicks. That is surprising. And now we need what? Number 10 and number 10, number 22 and number 24. If you've just joined us, we're doing a half-time quiz. The top 25 assisters in Premier League history who are Spanish. In honour of the game that we're watching. And so far we're missing 3. Number 24, number 22 and number 10. Luis Garcia, Monreal, Pablo Hernandez, Marcos Alonso, Diego Costa, Xabi Alonso, Ander Herrera, Pedro, Ayoze Perez, Porro, Deulofeu, Bellerin, Reyes, Navas, Adama Traore, Fernando Torres, Cazorla, Azpilicueta, Arteta, Mata, Silva, Fabregas, Cucurella and Romeu. Now that's not a bad shout. Morata is 26th. What about Romeu? Romeu was in the Prem a long time, but did he have enough assists? Guess that remains to be seen. I'm not sure about that. Shots on target. 2 goalkeeper saves. I need 2 saves for Belgium in the second half. We're missing 10, 22 and 24 Welsh. We've already got Ayoze Perez. We said Rodri, yeah, we said Rodri, but he's not there. I would assume maybe Welsh didn't hear us. Not Romeu. I would assume Rodri's gotta be in there, hasn't he? Surely Rodri's got enough assists. One was Liverpool and Newcastle. Jose Enrique. He's the only Spaniard I can think of who played for Liverpool and Newcastle. Or Javi Manquillo, maybe. Yeah, one is currently with City. It's definitely Rodri, that, innit? That's got to be Rodri. And one has just been relegated. Ooh, one has just been relegated. Probably with West Ham, I would imagine. A Spaniard with West Ham. Or maybe with Wolves, I guess. Who's a Spaniard with Wolves? Spaniard with Wolves or West Ham? Enrique's 24th. Nice work. 22nd and 10th. Rodri's 10th. So we need just 22nd. And this is the player. Spanish player who's just been relegated. Oh, this is hard, this one then. Wolves, West Ham and Burnley. West Ham Spanish players. West Ham Spanish players. Fornals. Nah, Fornals is in Spain now. It's not Fornals. Unless maybe... it can't be Fornals. No, surely it's not Fornals. Thank you very much for the rose. Has Fornals just been relegated? Has he? No, he plays for Betis. He's played for Betis for the last 2 years. I was thinking then, what? Fornals? I'm sure I watched him in the Europa League last year. Well, there you go. That's your top 25 Spanish assisters in Premier League history. Thank you very much for the quiz, Welshwing. Again, as always, love it. So just to recap, number 25, the top 25 Spanish assisters in Premier League history. Number 25, Luis Garcia. Number 24, Jose Enrique. Number 23, Nacho Monreal. 22, Pablo Fornals. 21, Pablo Hernandez. Number 20, Marcos Alonso. Number 19, Diego Costa. Number 18, Xabi Alonso. 17, Ander Herrera. 16, Pedro, former Chelsea, Barcelona winger. 15, Ayoze Perez, former Leicester, Newcastle. 14, Pedro Porro, the Spurs wing-back. 13, Deulofeu, ex-Watford and Everton. Number 12, Hector Bellerin. Number 11, Jose Antonio Reyes. Number 10, Rodri. 9, Jesus Navas. 8, Adama Traore. 7, Fernando Torres. 6, Santi Cazorla. 5, Azpilicueta. 4, Mikel Arteta. The best little Spaniard we know. Number 3, Juan Mata. Number 2, David Silva. Number 1, Cesc Fabregas. Okay. There you go. Blimey, it's hot. 29? That can't be right. That's sickening. 29 degrees in here. That's madness. Under the floodlights, if Elliot Anderson's worth 135 million, I want 140 for Manu Kone if sold. Elliot Anderson isn't worth 135 million. He only went for 116. I don't know where people get these numbers from. They always seem to tack on an extra 30 or 40%. Thanks, Shell. I will do. Karolina Muchova v Linda Noskova, the all-Czech women's singles final at Wimbledon tomorrow at 4 o'clock. That'll be great stuff. I might watch that, actually. Teaching Tony. I have gone with, mate, Spain to qualify. 2 saves for Courtois, which has already come in. And 2 saves for Unai Simon. 2 and a bit to 1. 2.2 I got for that one. Just got off work grading Mississippi State tests. Nice. Vamos la Roja. Can't wait till I'm in Spain. Deck a big paella and have some sangria. Never quite liked sangria, to be honest, but I'll have some anyway. If I'm living in Spain, you know, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. Checkmate, absolutely. Checkmate. Are you taking me and Timbo to Spain, Key? I don't think the restraining orders will permit it, to be honest, Joe. Teaching Tony, Spain to qualify. 2 saves for Simon and Courtois saves. Well done. Well, we'll see. We'll see. We've got the 2 for Courtois. I just need, in the second half, Belgium to put a few shots on target. Yup. Pint of a strat, yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not a massive fan of it. I'm strictly JD. Do you love Benidorm? I love it. I can imagine Key in Benidorm. You cheeky bar steward. You funkin' bar stool. I've never ever watched Benidorm. I've never been to Benidorm. But, you know, I'm not, that's not to say I'm in any way a snob or looking down on Benidorm. My mum and dad went there a couple of years ago? They had a great time. Blackpool with the sun, innit? According to most that go there. But, yeah, I'd be fine with that. I'm common as muck. I'd love it. Anywhere with a bit of sun. Hiller, apparently Chelsea imagine they could sell Garnacho for 80 to 90 million. How daft can you get? What do we think the market value of Garnacho is at the moment? Yay, here's Rubes. How are we doing, Rubes? Have you ever been to Andalusia, Key? That's where I went for most of my childhood, mate. Used to go out, not every year, but like every other year. Yeah, love it down that way. Phil Griffiths, 5 mil. 5 mil for Garnacho. Nah, come on. Garnacho's worth more than that. Locke says, Key, what's your prediction for the second half? My prediction is that Unai Simon makes one save, and then in the last minute, there's a save that he should make, but he somehow... Oh, what's Cucurella doing? Book him. Book him, Michael Oliver. I think that Spain will score a second, hopefully in the next 15 minutes, and then Belgium will spend the next however long hitting shots at Unai Simon's goal. Here they are going forward. Go on. What the hell is that? Straight out of play from De Catalara. Andy says, Garnacho is talented, just hasn't shown his full potential. City of Northville, Wrexham might buy Garnacho. He played well against them. Still baffled by the Santos move. Garnacho, I think Garnacho's value is really... It's because he's so dislikable, isn't it? That's what it is. Detestable. Is dislikable a word? I guess it is. We'll use it for this purpose. Garnacho is not very likable. Good ball. Good claim that from Unai Simon. But I think Garnacho's a very, very talented player. As Andy says there, he is talented, he just hasn't shown his full potential. And he needs a manager and an environment that is kind of going to tell him, listen you, back in your box, stop getting braids and dyeing your hair purple or whatever you're planning on doing next. You know, wear a normal pair of black boots. Get back on planet Earth for a minute. And, you know, somebody just put a pin in your sizable ego for a minute. Because if you're not careful, you're going to go from being one of the most talented young wingers we've seen in the Premier League in the last 5 to 10 years to very, very disliked. Oh, unlucky. What a ball that was. Offside. Close. Garnacho needs a fiery manager like Mourinho to get him back on track and improve his attitude. I think he needs a manager that's just like an elder statesman. Like someone who can tell him, stop doing that now. Stop it. You stop it. I think if you get a manager to be able to do that to Garnacho and he can listen to him, fine, I think he'll get on board with it. He didn't respect Amorim. I don't think he really respected Carrick or Ten Hag or whatever. I don't think he ever really... He was never really on board with it. So, for me, I think if you get Garnacho in the right environment, he could thrive. But where that environment is anyone's guess. Do you rate Sesko? I do rate Sesko, yeah. Sesko's a good player. I think Sesko's a good signing for United. I think the frustration for him is that he hasn't locked down a place in the starting 11. And is he going to? Is he going to lock down a place in the starting 11? I'm not sure. It's like Carrick doesn't quite trust him. And he's going to find it very difficult this season, I think, to accommodate Bruno, Ahmad, Cunha, and Burmo and Sesko all in the same attack. I don't think he's going to be able to. There's at least one or two who'll have to miss out in that. Especially if United is still aspire to sign a centre forward or a winger, whatever. Doku, that's got to go out for a corner, has it? Yep, corner kick to Belgium. Good play. I honestly, in a different world, I would take Garnacho at Liverpool. I promise you. In another life, I would take Garnacho at Liverpool. Not with Areola, though. I think he'd need managing by someone like Like a Rafa Benitez type. Belgium, lucky, off the corner, it's a free kick, gives it away. Carrick doesn't start Sesko with his size and talent, he deserves to get fired. How do you see United shaping up though currently? Bruno just behind Sesko and Cunha off the left and Burmo off the right, Ahmad on the bench. He's not going to like that, is he? That's just going to lead to the exact pathway that I said, which is Ahmad will go from United. He'll start kicking up a fuss. I'm not getting the time. I'm not getting the starts. You obviously, you value this guy over me. And he's getting to an age now where he needs to be getting regular minutes and regular starts. And I think he'll look at it and go, do you know what? I want to go. And United will look at it and go, well, all right, well, your value is still very high now. We might as well cash in. Can't see us getting more than 50 mil at best for Garnacho. 50 million for Garnacho? I think, how much did you pay for him? It's about 40. Yeah, 50's probably about right. I agree with that. You're not going to get 90, but I think 50, you'd probably get your money back with a touch of inflation. I think a lot of teams would still look at Garnacho and say there's ability there. Yamal, Cucurella. Oh, that's poor. Cucurella, strike, and it's wide for a corner. Moody, Ahmad will be at this club till he retires. Silly take. Why would he be at the club till he retires if he's getting other players starting over him? City of Northville, I'm fine with selling Ahmad. I just think it's one of them, isn't it? There's like an inevitable butting of heads that's going to come when you've got two players who expect to start in the same position, and Ahmad is one and Burmo is another one, and they both start off that right hand side. I just don't know where that fits in. I don't know how that works. Ahmad's worth 70 million. I wouldn't disagree with that. I think it probably is. If he's well. No, maybe not actually. Maybe closer to 50. 55, 60 at a push. You're not going to get 70 for a player who's not starting for Man United. Ahmad should be the starter. Get rid of Burmo. So again, there was rumours about that as well. There was rumours that United were looking again at the option of maybe moving Burmo on. His first season had gone well, but maybe not so well. And they might have looked at it and gone, well, do we want him kind of blocking the pathway of Ahmad? If we think that Ahmad is the right person to grow into that role, I think they are. That's what I'm saying. I think they're going to be forced into a decision, United. And it might be Burmo, it might be Ahmad, but it's going to be one of them. And Ahmad is probably the long-term future prospect. And Burmo's like the right here and now, very, very good player. And they paid 70 million quid for him. It would be a very big departure on what United's strategy was 12 to 18 months ago. Shell says, Seamus training with Sheffield United while he decides what he's doing. Yeah, it'd be good to see Coleman still playing. I think he's maybe got another year or so left in him, hasn't he? Tamuri says, well, Key, I'll be honest, we're going to be in 4 competitions. I can't see Burmo starting all them games. No, he doesn't. It's not about that though, is it? If you're Ahmad, you're not looking at it and going, oh well, I'm going to get some games in the FA Cup, and I'll get some games in the Champions League here and there. Ahmad will want to know, because all players do, don't they? All players want to know that they're the manager's first choice. If they're fit, they start. No team wins the league chopping and changing players every so often. Doku, go on! Why did you hit that? Oh, you donkey! Why did you hit that? Stupid from Doku. Gets in such a good position there. And Maxim de Kuiper smashes it into the side netting. They'd get at least 70 million for him. He goes to Saudi. Ahmad? No. Ahmad, this is what I'm saying. I think Ahmad's like massively, massively ambitious. And I think that's one of the reasons why he would move on, potentially. Or if he's not getting games, obviously. If he's getting games, then I think Burmo might be the one to kick up a fuss, but one of them will. Jelly says players like Ollie stayed at the club and loved being a sub and stayed for over 20 years. Yeah, but they're the exception, not the rule. The vast majority of players don't enjoy being substitutes. Yeah, of course you've got to have squad depth, but what I'm saying is I think when you've got two wingers in the same, or two players in the same position who are both of, let's say, equal ambition and equal talent, that causes friction. That causes friction. Whenever you've got two players, equal ability, equal talent, every team that's done well in the Premier League has always had, in, I would say, 8 or 9 of their positions, there's always been a couple, but 8 or 9 of their starting positions, the starting player has known that they're the starter. And the backup player has known that they're the backup player. And they come in and they play when they can, here and there. They'll get minutes, they will get opportunities. And, like maybe if you come in and you do well, you might get a run of games. But for the vast majority, like most of them are told, he's starting the season number 1. You're the backup, right? It's up to you in training to prove you get him out of the side. And it's up to you when I put you in off the bench that you do well enough to get him out the side. And it's up to you to keep your place in the side and keep working hard. That's how it is in 99% of top sides. There's no these two players, it's ambiguous. No, not at all. Ahmad and Mbeumo will go into the season broadly knowing who's starting in the big games, and even if they don't know, even if Carrick does leave it quite ambiguous, they'll know when it comes to the really big games who he's starting. Because if you're Ahmad and it's Liverpool at home, or Arsenal away, City at home, and you're on the bench, don't really need a conversation with the manager, do you? You know who he trusts, and it ain't you. Ollie, Teddy, Cole, York. It worked. Treble, so you're wrong, Key. Oh, yeah, I forgot, mate, that one example 27 years ago. You bang right. That proves me wrong. One example 27 years ago. They don't have equal talent is your problem. They both offer completely different things to the game. I'm not saying they're the same player. I'm saying they are of equal talent. In the sense of, someone in the chat has just said that Amad Diallo would go for 70 million. Now, whether or not I agree with that or not, he would go for about 60, 70 million. So if he goes 60, 70, you've just signed for Mbeumo for 70. They're both basically the same level. Broadly, that's the level that they're at. Valuation-wise, Mbeumo's probably slightly ahead of Amad because of his experience in the Prem. Belgium making a couple of changes here. Well, then explain Saka Madueke. That's a dead easy one. Madueke knows. No, mate. You don't think for 1 second, do you, that Madueke thinks he's ahead of Saka, do you? You don't believe for 1 second that Noni Madueke believes he is a starter ahead of Bukayo Saka, because he's not. That conversation absolutely has happened. I think Mikel Arteta will have spoken to Madueke and gone, listen, we think you can play off the left. We think you can play off the right. There'll definitely be opportunities for you through the season to start games because Saka's getting injured a lot. We don't really trust Martinelli. It looks like he's going to go. Trossard's definitely going. So there's games for you, right? And you'll start. You will start. It's not going to be like off the bench minutes here and that. You're going to start. And he did. But he didn't start over Saka. He started when Saka was injured, which was a big chunk of the season. And he started off the left when Martinelli was out of form and Trossard was unavailable. So, but there's no doubt about it. There's absolutely no doubt about it. Arsenal fans all want a left winger because they don't want Madueke starting. I think they probably will get one. And if Saka's fit, Saka starts. It's like even if it's unwritten, I don't think it would be unwritten. I'm sure there have been conversations, for absolute certain, there'll have been conversations to say to Madueke, you're a second choice. Trossard, Van Aken and De Kuiper off. Says, a fantastic young player. Really like Says. Witsel and Lukaku coming on. 2 young players and an old one. Or two old players and a young one coming on. Aitor Moody says he started more minutes over him at England, Key. What are you talking about? Well, I'm not talking about England. I'm talking about Arsenal. I'm talking about Arsenal. And again, even Saka with England, that's between him and Thomas Tuchel. It's not the same thing at all. It's not club level. Tuchel just doesn't pick him if he doesn't want him again. It's not the same. Clip says, Key, the World Cup hype has kind of died now. It's only 1 game a day. You do agree? I mean, if I'm honest, mate, I'm just getting excited for the club season now. I love the World Cup, but I always said it. It was always, I really enjoy watching it, but I'm already starting to get excited for the clubs. Saka is better than Madueke. But he does... Oh, that's handball! That's got to be handball! How's he not give that? That's handball to Belgium, surely. Hey, we've had a shot on target. Yes, we've had a shot on target. We've had a shot on target. I think that's a handball, that. The ball comes in here. Watch this. Laporte. Oh, that's a handball from Rodri. How's he not give that? Oh, I don't know, you know. Spain down the right-hand side. Yamal, good ball. Strike, good save. And gone for a corner. Can't wait to see Iraola try and play Bournemouth football with Liverpool in the Champions League. Will be funny. Well, I mean, the issue, he can certainly play that way with us, but we don't have the players for it. He can certainly try, but we just don't have the players for it. He needs to play. He needs players to play his way of football, and we don't have them. Obviously, there's a long way to go in the transfer window, but Liverpool definitely need a lot of players. We don't have a lot of what he needs. Heather McGowan says 3-1 to Belgium. Well, 1-1, 63rd minute. It's been a very tidy game so far. I still think Spain qualify. I'd like Spain to score so that Belgium have to go up the other end and get a little equaliser or get a couple of shots in. Will be difficult playing that aggressive, high-tempo football week in, week out, midweek as well. Well, the extra games are probably a concern, but not really. That's less of an issue because Liverpool have a bigger squad than Bournemouth, yeah, I think that won't be as much of an issue. The extra games is less of an issue, I would say. Yeah. The bigger issue is the style of play. We don't have the players for the style of play. It's a fundamental mismatch. That was a good save, that from Courtois. Better from Yamal. Stepping up a little bit more now. Do you think the players will buy into Iraola's style of play? Well, if they don't, then they'll be out. So they've got 2 choices. They've got to get on board with it, and if they don't, they'll be off. Shouldn't be that much of an issue though. We've got the money. We've got lots of money to spend. Huge amounts of money to spend. So Liverpool really should be in the market, and we should be very positive in the market and aggressive. But we need to get a wriggle on. Spain, wonderful football. Ferran Torres, out to Yamal. Good defending from Belgium. Says and Doku doubling up. And that's going to be a foul and a free kick. Yep, it is. I call upon the hips of Shakira to bless Spain for one more goal. Is that what you've got? Have you got Spain to win? Just win in 90 minutes? That was a dive from Doku, that. Yamal getting pocketed so far. It's not been a great game for Yamal. Clip says the new Prem season won't be long coming round with this World Cup finished. Loads of great club football coming up. Forget the World Cup finishing is just a few days. Well, it's a week, isn't it? It's about a week away. The 19th of July. Once that finishes, Hearts against Sturm Graz in the Champions League. That's going to be brilliant. We've got Derry City against CSKA Sofia in the Europa League. Going to be watching loads of footy. Oh God, yeah. Courtois down. Might be time for Senna LAMMENS to make his World Cup debut. Might be a big moment as well for him as well, given the possible penalty shootout. Wouldn't be a surprise. Courtois down, and I think that's probably his last World Cup. What a way to go off. What a way to end. Lots of proper footy. Absolutely. Ukraine and Germany under 19s. I fell asleep at half time. I mean, yeah, to be honest, that wasn't a brilliant game. That wasn't the best game. But we have got a lot of great footy. Got loads of great footy. So, Argentina, Switzerland is Sunday the 12th. Monday the 13th, there's nothing. That's 2 days, isn't it? There's got to be something on that day. What football have we got on the 12th and the 13th? We've got our hydration break. Let's have a look and see what footy we've got on the 12th. The 12th, Copa Argentina. Nah, swerve that. The Belarus League. The Icelandic League's on. You can watch a bit more of the Icelandic League. Swedish Allsvenskan. Could watch Elfsborg. Club friendlies. Who's playing any club friendlies that day? Any good club friendlies that we could watch? No. Zenit versus Red Star. Garbage, innit? Alright, so we got nothing for the 12th. What about the 13th? Monday. Anything for the 13th. Can't go 2 days without seeing me gang, can I? It's no good. Ecuador. Not watching that. 10 past midnight. Emelec versus Barcelona. Get in the bin. Estonia, Finland. Honka versus HJS Akatemra. Nah. Lithuania. Djurgården versus Halmstad. No, we might have to leave that and just come back on the Tuesday. There's really not any football at all on the 12th and the 13th of July. Like, none. Absolutely none. None worth watching. Oh, Courtois is going to carry on. Miko de Chavez, bro, if ever France versus Norway in finals, who would you want to win? Norway. Yeah. Balls to France. You can get in the bin. Allez le Norway. I'm 12% Swedish, so I'm going to vote for my Viking brothers. I'm basically Thor at this point. Oh, sorry, Lisha, I forgot that. Key, how much do you want to bet United won't comfortably finish above Liverpool again, like I said last season? I mean, to be fair, mate, you also said the season before that you were going to be in the Champions League, and you didn't. So, you know, you've had one right and you've had one wrong. So, you know, you're basically the flip of a coin at this point. I wouldn't get too cocky. You said United would be in the Champions League last season. They weren't. You said they'd finish above... I mean, you said they'd finish above Liverpool every season. So, you know, even a broken clock's right twice a day. Cucurella, header. Oh, that was better. Come on, I've got 20 minutes here for a Belgium... I need a Belgium shot. Right, Courtois is going off, is he? Yep. His race is ran. And it is going to be Man United goalkeeper LAMMENS coming on. Courtois in tears. Oh, you soft ass. Get on the bench. Your team's going to win it for you. It's not even LAMMENS, it's Penders. It's Penders. It's Penders. Oh no, why did he put LAMMENS on? It said Penders on there, didn't it? Oh, they've absolutely done me there, FIFA. It literally said Penders. I got all excited then. Shitbags. They've absolutely rage baited me there. Rickrolled by FIFA. Oh, good grief. We're like trying to not shoot through a brick wall. Spain is cooked. Right, well, whatever. I don't care. Just someone have a shot on target for Belgium, for God's sake. There you are. LAMMENS giving it away. No surprise. He definitely got the Man United DNA in him. Just giving it away straight away. Gonna win them the shootout. No. No chance. Come on, Spain. I know who I'm cheering for. Oh, yeah. There you go. Now it's substitution lament. Yeah, you got it right that time. Not before you rickrolled me and got bloody... made me say Penders and got all excited. Shitbags. Done me there. Right, we need a Spain goal. Spain goal so that Belgium then go and attack. Key, for your sake, I hope it doesn't go to extra time. With those lights in there, you'll be a puddle on the floor by the end of it. We've broke 30 degrees now on the fan. Did not cry when he left Chelsea and refused to train. Shell says, Key, it's my birthday, Tuesday the 14th. What game is on? Oh, 23 again, Shell. What are we done? Let me have a look. 14th. 14th is the World Cup. Is it? Yeah, France. France against... maybe... who would it be? France against... whoever the... yeah, winner of this one. France against Spain. Probably, wouldn't it? Is it France against Spain? Oh, Spain are in. Yeah, France versus whoever in the World Cup semi-final. That one. You could watch TNS as well. I know you like your Welsh footy, Shell, but TNS are playing against Saba in the Champions League second leg qualifying round. That's on your birthday, 6:30 kickoff. So you could watch TNS and then switch over to France once it's finished. Johnny trying so hard to stay up and watch it at the same time. It's not been brilliant, has it, second half? I think big Lukaku scores the winner. Time will tell. If LAMMENS makes a howler, Key's desk is getting flipped over and doing the Kets Bayer celebration. At this point, it's so annoying because I've literally needed, in the last 2 games, haven't I? I needed a card in the Morocco game last night, and now I just need a shot and a save from Unai Simon. A save from Unai Simon. That's all I'm asking for. It's not a lot. There's 20 minutes, let's call it. I get the feeling that a Spain goal will help me in that regard, though. If Spain score, they'll sit back and Belgium might start to get a bit more of the ball. But as it stands, Belgium aren't really interested. I think they're looking to get through to extra time. So they're not interested in going forward. Look at that. Lukaku. Go on, lad. Muscle him. Belgium down to 9 men. Kevin and Lukaku on the pitch. This is going to be done. Well done, Spain. Full house. 70,492 in attendance. Full roster. TNS, they'll be dancing in the streets. I love them early Champions League games. We watched Penny Bunt last year. Do you remember that shot? Was you here for... No, you weren't. You wouldn't have been here for that. We watched Penny Bunt last year in the Champions League. Jamie Vargas, how are you doing, mate? It's going to extra time, possibly PKs. I would agree with you. How are you doing, mate? Good to see you. Yeah, I think it probably will be going to extra time at this point. I am desperate for a Belgium shot on target and an Unai Simon save. Come on. Doku. Go on, get at him, lad. Go on, lad. Yes. This is the stuff. Great football from Doku. Great football. Yes, Belgium. That's a foul and a free kick. Thank you, sir. Actually, I'd be down to watch TNS if I could get a link to catch it while I am working here. It's on BBC iPlayer, mate, for what it's worth. You can watch it on BBC iPlayer. So, dead easy. You can watch it. They're showing it on BBC iPlayer. The New Saints versus Saba FC, 6:30 PM on the 14th. Wouldn't be necessarily against doing that one. But no, we'll save ourselves for the Spain-France semi-final, assuming that's what it will be. Doku, good play from Spain again. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Help a brother out. Cleared away. That's too easy. Kukureya. I can try to get it here in the States. So, if you can't somehow get it on the States, try and search for S4C Online. That's the Welsh TV channel it'll be on as well. S4C Online. You can watch it on there. You can watch it on BBC iPlayer. Both of those are free in the UK. I'm not sure how you'd access it in the US, but you can certainly access them over here, terrestrial TV. Maybe if you've got a VPN, I don't know. This charming Dan Key, knowing your bad luck with the yellow from last night, the next Belgian shot on target will be a goal. Yeah, that's what happened in the Morocco game, didn't it? Do you remember Morocco-Canada? And he did the same thing then. I always back the goalkeepers to make saves because you get really good odds for them. And, yeah, that's what's been screwing me lately. It's worse than the first corner goal thing. Oh, good football that from Spain. Doku picks it up. Aaron says, best keeper in the world is on. I wouldn't go that. Unai Simon's good, mate, but he's not that good. Hiller says, a mate of mine had a son who was DK coach at TNS. DK? What's DK coach? A DK? What's DK? Maybe it's GK. Maybe it's GK. If it's Spain v France in the semis, it'll be played in my hometown in Dallas. That sounds more like a final. Yeah. iPlayer isn't available in the States. Well, that's a shame. Have a look at S4C. Maybe S4C can. Come on, Nico, son. Is it Nico Williams has just come on that? Yeah, Nico Williams for the Yazabal. Goalkeeper, sorry. I'm starting to think, like, is that some sort of conditioning thing? Is that set pieces or something? Scorio, that's the one. Who's that? Who is that? Is that Michael Douglas then? Screams of a Lukaku winner. I don't. As long as there is some sort of a bloody shot on target, I don't care. There's Mikel Merino. Screams of Mikel Merino winner off the bench. Key, at least you're staying away from the corners. You were robbed with those bastard with yellow cards last night. Tell me about it. Yeah. Oh, do they, Shell? Oh, well, it might be on there then. Maybe it'll be on there, possibly. Could be. Courtney Love. Didn't look like Courtney Love. But I will cede to your knowledge on that one. Okay, I got my mock results back. Got 3 Bs. Very impressed. Nice work, mate. Well done. Well done. Now use them. Put them to good use. Too many of my mates got great results. Do bugger all with them. Sister-in-law's got a degree at the minute. She's got a degree. She's got a graduation in the next few... She's not even using it. Degree in filmmaking. She's going to be doing something completely different. Hey, and good luck to her, but... It's, you know... Vuyo, hi Key, I've just seen influencers say streaming takes a toll on your mental health. How's your mental health being with the World Cup and the lack of sleep? I would say thank you for asking very first. Oh, that's a nice question, and I think it's probably a fair one. But without going into war and peace, yeah, I'm all right. I'm okay. It's hard. It is hard when you've not had a lot of sleep. And you're working in a hot room with lights and all this sort of stuff. Yeah, and it's not easy. But there's harder jobs. There's definitely harder jobs out there. So, no, I enjoy it. And you guys keep me level-headed. We have nice chats. It's all good. But yeah, appreciate the comment. It's nice. It's very kind of you. KDB's goosed. He's knackered. De La Fuente looks like that guy off Devil Wears Prada, doesn't he? "83 minutes. How's the game been? First half I think was a lot better. First half I really enjoyed. Second half has been one-way traffic, to be honest. It's been all Spain. Belgium... I haven't really made a foray into the Spanish half. It feels like they've been quite content. Oh, there's Yamal. Big chance this one. Good defending. Really good defending. Yeah, they've been quite content, I think, Belgium, to kind of settle in and take this to extra time. Locke says, Key, what sports do you like outside of football? Honestly, there's not really that many that I watch, mate, if I'm dead honest with you. Don't mind watching a bit of tennis occasionally, but... Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh, that was the chance. That was it right there. Keeper was miles off his line, Udai Simon. Oh, De Bruyne. I can't believe you didn't do that. He's been home alone, so he's fine. Yeah, I was going to say, I've not had the wife and the little girl here. She's... they're away on holiday. So... I've actually had a bit of peace and quiet. Belgium soaking up the pressure from Spain. Well, Belgium now starting to knock it round a little bit, and maybe that's, again, their approach with Rudi Garcia is to sucker punch Spain the way they did in the first half. Be nice if they could get forward in this final 5-6 minutes of normal time. Good football, that. Really good football. And Spain win it back. And it's going to be a free kick to Spain. Poor. Very poor. And it is a yellow card as well. Who is it for? Kevin De Bruyne. It's like a rugby tackle, that, wasn't it? Yeah, I'm not a massive fan of any sports other than football. Football takes up all my time, and this is all I really am bothered watching. Kevin De Bruyne booked, and I think he's going off here, yeah. Throws the captaincy armband over to, is it Trossard? And he's going off for Salamakers. He's not happy, I don't think, Rudi Garcia taking him off. Don't think he loves that. Bring on Super Merino. Yeah, and I think this is him. Here he is. It is. It's going to be Merino for Olmo. Said Mikel Merino with a late winner. This is where it's going to happen. Commiserations to Arthur Ferry. Oh, has he gone out? Spain in the area. Yamal, far post. Oh, edge of the box, Cucurella. Back to Nico Williams. Cucurella inside. To Pedri. Pedri to Rodri. Rodri to Yamal. Good footballers from Spain. Yamal's in the box. Great run. Good defending from Belgium. Really good football, that. Excellent play. See how Spain just quicken that up. A little half a step faster. Fizzing the passes into each other. This is what we need to see more of. But ultimately, I understand that if it's really, really hot, it's got to take it out of the players, and maybe that's affected the style of play a little bit. Belgium have done a lot better in this World Cup than I thought. Thought they were all past their prime. Shows what a good coach can do. That's very true. Yeah. Come on, a little bit of a cock up here would be lovely. Nah. Arthur Ferry lost in straight sets, did he? Zverev v Sinner in the final. Oh, did he beat Djokovic earlier? Do you know, I was rooting for Djokovic. But I always kind of thought it would be Sinner. Spain strike, Rodri, LAMMENS. Oh, he's fluffed it. He's had the howler that we all said he would. It's an absolute howler from Senna LAMMENS. Goodness gracious me. I told you he's an absolute shocker, this keeper. He's an accident waiting to happen. Courtois looks to the sky and oh yes, there you go. There you go, young man. Absolutely right. And it's Mikel Merino, as predicted. Spain are going through. LAMMENS with a shocker. It should have been Penders, as Andy said. It's daylight robbery. And now we might get a shot at the other end. Ho 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 ho! Senna LAMMENS. Ho ho ho! He's gonna be a villain. He's going to be a villain in Belgium tonight. There's going to be effigies of LAMMENS. Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. Oh, that's an absolute howler. Do you know what? And I think he should do better. Not just in that, but look at where he pushes it straight back out. If you're going to try and claim that, if you're a little bit unsure with the bounce, push it to the side. Wow! It's absolute bread and butter goalkeeping save, that one, as Adam said. Absolute bread and butter. He's an accident waiting to happen. We'll see more of that next season for United, you watch. You'll see more of that. Oh, I can't wait till he does that at Anfield. Yes! Can't wait till we see that at Anfield. Courtois gutted. He's absolutely gutted. Senna LAMMENS channeling his inner Matt Freeze. He's channeling his inner Taibbi. Massimo LAMMENS. Senna Taibbi, we'll have to start calling him. Come on, Belgium. Let's get up the other end of the pitch and get a shot on target here. Try and dig him out of a hole. Good play. Go on, Lukaku. You've got him there. Big Ron. Get on him. Dreadful. He's rusty. Leave him alone. Rusty? Needs a bit more than WD-40 on him. Sort that rust out. Adam says, we have always said he's good at commanding aerial balls. Shocking shot stopper. And I couldn't agree more with that. That is bang right. He's never ever been a very good shot stopper. Very good at commanding his box. Very good when corners and long balls are coming in. Any shots at him, vulnerable. Very vulnerable. Right, come on, Belgium. 7 minutes. You've got 7 minutes. You've got to have a shot on target here. In all seriousness, it bounced in front of him. They're always hard to save. I know, but goalkeepers know what's going to be hard to save. My point is it's not just that he spilled it. It's where he spilled it. He should have pushed that to the side. You've got to push that one way or another. If you can't catch it, don't try and catch it. That was a mistake. However you dress it up. Free kick to Spain. This charming Dan just said they'd look better than I thought. Fuck LAMMENS. You're a jinx, you, Dan. The Tin Man in The Wizard of Oz would have done a better job on that one. DC says he's never been a good shot stopper. He's 24 and first season in the Prem. He's going to be great. Okay, yeah, but going to be is the operative phrase there, right? He's not yet, and he's made some errors for United, and he's just made another big one there. Must be! Go on! He's rounded the keeper! Oh! Does that count as a shot on target? Does that count as a shot on target? Please say it does. He rounded the keeper there. Salamakers, what are you doing, you donut? Big old chance. Oh. Kind of sad that the game is decided on his error. It is a little bit, innit? Yeah. It is. It's heartbreaking. Come on. Doku. Come on, Belgium. That's a free kick, referee, all day. Yes, Michael Oliver. Come on. Big 5 minutes. Is that not handball? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. It's not going to count as handball anyway. Courtois did the same thing for Spain's first goal. Did he? No, he didn't. What was Spain's first goal? No, he didn't. No, that was completely different. For a kickoff, it wasn't miles out the box. And he pushed it away. Lukaku, oh, come on, edge of the box. Hit it. Oh, now Spain counter-attack. This is a problem. This is a real problem. And he's won it well there, done, says. Good lad. Adam says, see how negative Belgium have been when they actually attack. They look better. But yeah, that's been one of the issues in this World Cup, I think, is that they've maybe sat back far too little. Or far too much. Who else but Merino? Bradley, watch it back. He did. No, he didn't. He didn't. The only similarity is that there was a shot on target before. He pushed it out, but it wasn't that he didn't push it away. He got it smashed at him from 6 yards out. Come on, 94 minutes. 3.5 to go. Let's have it. Palmed it into... No, mate, it was... Look at where the shot came from. Look at where the shot came from and look at where the shot came from for that one. It's not even remotely the same. And again, Courtois pushed it away. LAMMENS pushed it straight back out in front of him. It's the cardinal sin for goalkeepers. The absolute cardinal sin. At the end of the day, he didn't need to beat Spain. No one thought they would. Just needs to keep beating Liverpool. Hey, there you go. That's it. That's the one. Ooh, that was a little bit naughty from Witsel on Rodri there, wasn't it? That was a little bit naughty. Gutted for him, says Aaron Foreign. Hey. Yeah, best keeper in the world is on, said Aaron. Just a few minutes before that howler. Come on. Oh, throw in for Belgium. Yes, that's better. That's better. Come on. Let's have it. Shot on target. Get one. Get one on this keeper. Get one in the area. Lukaku. Oh. Bar steward. Oh, that's good football. That's really good football. Come on, Belgium. 90 seconds. Give me something. Anything. Good ball in. That's going to be... Oh, hey. It's a free kick. Yeah. Lukaku bullying the keeper. Was talking about Onana. See that foul? No red for Axel Witsel. Rigged for Spain. Yeah, it's rigged for Spain, rigged for Argentina, and rigged for France simultaneously. It's all rigged. Yes, Mickey Mueller. How's it going, Mickey? Long 60 seconds for those Belgian fans. Oh, and a long 60 seconds for me. It's absolutely done me here. They've absolutely done me. Can't believe Belgium haven't got another shot on target there. Come on. One last chance. Anything. 30 seconds to go. Hopefully Michael Oliver's generous. Kukurea strike. Oh, he nearly did it again there, Lammens. Whoa! See, even Kukurea's testing him because he's looked at him and gone, hey, this keeper's dodgy. That's the big sign when your other fellow professionals are looking at him and going, lads, have a pop at this keeper. Have a pop at this keeper. He's sus. He's absolutely sus. Have a go at him. That's my keeper. What a save. Even Kukurea knows. Accident waiting to happen. Right, and that's it. There you go. Full time. Luis de la Fuente's. Spain will play France. What a semi-final that's going to be, by the way. Oh, France and Spain. Take your pick. Some might say that's probably the final ahead of the final. Argentina and Switzerland. England, Norway in the other semis. Still to be decided. But France will play Spain. Probably the two favourites. I've got to say, I still think Spain are going to win it. I still think Spain are going to win it. Right. Okay. Lots of love, everyone. I hope you have a nice night, whatever you're doing. Spain are through to the semi-finals. If you haven't yet, do us a favour. On your way out, leave a like on the video. It massively helps me, and it helps you too. And it tells YouTube that, hey, we want to push this guy out to a whole bunch of people. Yeah, hit like, hit subscribe, and I will see you all tomorrow for Norway against England. Viva la Norway! No, I'm only kidding. Norway v England tomorrow night. We'll watch that one. That's a 10 o'clock game. It might be getting delayed. We don't yet know what's going to happen with that one. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens with that one. And if Norway are to beat England, then they'll face Argentina, Switzerland, which will be immediately after that game finishes at 2 a.m. UK time. There is a chance that if England gets delayed, it might well be England delayed and we don't watch the Argentina-Switzerland game. I'll definitely watch England-Norway. If there is a delay, then there's a possibility I won't be watching Switzerland-Argentina. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Either way, lots of love, everyone. And I will catch you all tomorrow night. Have a lovely, lovely day. Hopefully you stay cool, whatever you do. See you all soon. Ta-ra.